You guys spoke. It's Dollar Tree meets Tim Holtz once again, and you're not going to want to miss out on this project. It's probably one of my favorites this year. I'm Ingrid Carlsen, and I am so very glad that you are here. If you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to do that, and also consider liking this video. It really helps my algorithm. And if you want to learn how to make this little booklet for yourself, stay tuned. We're going to start off by gathering our supplies. I'm going to begin by grabbing these legal size file folders, but any size would work. And I'm going to grab this faux leather bag. I've been so excited to use this since I did the haul on it. If you missed the haul and you want to catch it, I will have it linked down in the description below so you can check it out. And I'm really excited. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just using these file folders because it's what I had on hand, and I know they're from Dollar Tree. And you can definitely use the regular size. These are great though. I don't find them year-round, but when I do, I try to pick them up. So I'm going to start off by cutting off my pieces, and I think I'm going to plan for 4, but we'll see. So we're going to make them, let's do 3 inches. So I'm just going to mark out 3 inches. And so that I can use this file folder for something else, I'm going to cut out on this end. That way my tab is still intact. So let's mark this and cut it out. And I'm going to cut off these pieces, and I would definitely hold on to them because they have this fun kind of shape to them, and I think you can use these in another project. So I'll put those over to the side, and now I'm going to decide how big I want my pieces. I think that let's actually go ahead and do 3 inches, and we'll leave them as a square. 3. And I'm just going to go down and mark them at 3 inches. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go ahead and mark it even though we might not use it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have a little bit left over. I'll go ahead and mark it on this side. For all you purists that I'll drive nuts if I just try to eyeball it, which you know I will. Is this about right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the last one, let's go here, 1, 2, 3. I like counting them out like that so that I can make sure that I don't miscalculate. So if you're using a regular size manila folder, then you're going to get different cuts. So I have an idea in my head what I want this to look like, but when I start recording, you are with me. We are creating together. We are diving into the deep end. I have no real plan. I know, and I have an idea in my head, but I don't have it laid out step by step or kind of what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna go in together. I wanna show you that it's okay not to have a plan to start off and just, you know, fumble your way through it. So I can already tell you this is crooked. So I'm going to start off by grabbing some, let's see, let's do some music paper. And I happen to have some from my last project. Are you guys sick of my music paper yet? Oh no, I think I glued it. Okay, it's all right. So I think that's enough. I'm gonna put that down, and then I'm gonna show you a technique that I like to do to give my project some texture. You're going to decide if you want to cover your whole paper or if you want to have it overlapped. So for example, if I have this paper here, I could, if I turn it around, I could cut it like this so that, give me one sec, so that it overlaps and I get these fun edges. It's up to you what you want to do. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to have it slightly overlapping on the sides and on the top, and then one side will not be overlapped. So, because we're going to need that. Okay, now that we have our 4 pieces, so we're going to line them up so that we know what the bottoms are. And what I'm going to have my bottoms be all the ones that have the like kind of ragged edges. My paper is very old, so just even a tiny bit of distressing kind of tears it up. And so those are my 4 pieces. And now we are going to head over to our typewriter. So I typed out on some coffee dyed paper Psalms 3:3-4, which says, "But you, O Lord, are my shield about me, my glory and the lifter of my head. I cried aloud to the Lord, and he answered me from his holy hill, Selah." What I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut out all of the words so that they fit on my cards. And we're going to just turn them around. Make sure that you remember where your bottoms are. And I'm going to try to get this all to fit on 4 cards. So I'm just cutting off the excess. And kind of see where we're at. So I think I'm going to go up to my shield, right? Or A, I don't know. We're going to go to right before shield. And I think that when you're cutting these out, they would be awesome to do not uniform, but cut them out in different widths and lengths. And if I need to, I will add more or less, but I think we're going to be good. And I could leave this one like this. Maybe we'll do that. And then I do want to cut out my Selah to be down here. Maybe I'll cut it down just a tad so that they're not the same width. I'm going to glue them down. I love that this paper is coffee dyed, and I believe it's either, I believe that it's the Daiso kind of, it's kind of like a rice paper. It's for calligraphy. But it's got like all this really great texture on it. And I'm going to cut this one down and do 3. You could also even do each letter, or each word, I should say, individually. I think that would look really neat. And I'd love to know who still has typewriters. This is not a typewriter I've had. I mean, I've had it for several years. My nephew used to love to thrift, and I think he kind of still does. And I was at his house once visiting, and I was like, oh, I love your typewriter. And he said, oh, I get them at, I think he was maybe Goodwill or Salvation Army down in Florida. And he's like, you can have this one. And I was like, are you sure? And so I'm like, are you sure? And I was packing it up in my car. Just kidding. And so that's where it comes from. So it's even more special because it's from him. Let's go. I actually need this to come down just a tad, if I can. Oh no, I cannot. We're gonna suture that back up. Now we are going to start dissecting. So this is my last one. This is my first one. About me. I think they go in that order. So put them to the side. And I'm going to dissect this. So close your eyes if you don't want to see. Oh, I didn't even realize that it came with this strap. That's awesome. Actually, let's see. I think the strap is just a little too thin. So I could get a seam ripper and, you know, rip all these seams out, or I could just break it. I think I'm just gonna cut kind of around it. Oops, there we go. And I'm just going to tear it. And I'm not sure if I'll be able to tear it all the way down like with fabric, but we're gonna see. We're gonna try it. It didn't tear evenly, but it tore enough, I believe. Oh, maybe it did. It's just that this is folded. Just about all the pieces. I'm gonna have to cut a little bit more off. So I'm gonna go a little wider so that I can get this little buckle out of there. I'm going to go ahead and just put these to the side and cut another piece. That way I have flat pieces, or mostly flat. And this stuff cuts through like a dream. So now I'm going to fold over. Now I'm going to go grab a pin. I have these, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of fold over the fabric. See where it's going to lay. And I'm not very worried if it's not perfect all the way around. Give me a thumbs up down below if you love Psalms. And I'm just positioning them somewhere in the middle. The next step I'm going to take is I need to decide what is my front and what is my back, just as far as the eyelets go. So with the eyelets, you're gonna have two sides. You're going to have the right side and the wrong side. Both of them are nice, so I don't really care. I think I'm going to do this because we're going to decorate these. So I think we're going to do this as the right side and then the back as the inside. Or I should say this is the outside cover, this is the inside. And I kind of had played around with the colors of these. I have silver, gold, and like this pewter color. And I think I really like the pewter color, so I'm gonna grab 8 of those. That doesn't help much. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to start off by cutting our holes. So these are the bigger size. So this is the diameter inside of here. And this is going to be the 3/16 size. So if you have a crocodile and you have these, there's also, they make little ones of these that would be this, the smaller size, but I'm going to use the bigger size. And if you have one of these and you don't know how to use it and you want me to show you how to use it, leave me a comment down below. So I'm going to start off by doing my holes, and I'm not going to measure, I don't think. We'll see as we go along. I just want to wiggle this inside of this hole, maybe. Let's do this one, was more clean cut. There we go. I think I have some extra, there we go. Now normally I would do one at a time like this because they can be a little finicky. But I think because of the leather, I'm okay. Look at my back. And look how cute that is. I don't think I need to measure them, but if it makes you feel better to measure them, then go ahead. You could also just line them up and then mark the center. Let's see if that even made a mark. I don't see it. I do see it. Let's try that again. Okay, I think these are my two marks, so let's just go with it. You could be as meticulous as you want with this part. I tell you guys all the time, it's your project. Do what makes your heart happy. For me, I struggle with wanting things done soon. I want it done now, and sometimes I don't have patience. That can cause little accidents, but sometimes, as you guys have, if you've been with me long enough, you know that sometimes those accidents are happy accidents and they lead to fun surprises. Oops, and I crushed this one. Oh no, it's stuck. Okay, it's completely stuck on here. I'm going to try to remove it. Okay, I got it out. That was not a happy accident. So I'm going to see if I can remedy this by... Perfect. So I'll just need to get another one. I don't know what happened there, if it was just too thick. But it's okay. We're gonna I've never had that happen before. I think it's happening because this side wants to keep raising. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put that down there. See if I can keep it in place. There we go. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces here, and I'm going to show you the little trick that I have. I'm going to grab this math book and I'm going to look for a page that has a lot of numbers. That one might work. Perfect. And I'm going to grab some tape. Okay, I lied. I'm not gonna grab tape. What I am gonna do though, is I'm gonna cut out some of the numbers so that it's easier for me to work with. So I don't want a lot of blank text here. I just want numbers. So I'm gonna cut out the excess. And maybe one more of these. That's pretty. Shall I go ahead and do the fourth? Okay, what I'm going to take now is a glue stick, and I'm just going to use this glue stick, and I'm going to go through and just add some glue. And and I'm not covering the whole thing with glue. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. And now we're going to allow those to kind of dry up and permeate a little bit. So I'm going to grab out my ephemera book. And I'm going to go through. I'm going to see what florals I have. I don't think I have a lot of Tim Holtz florals per se. Maybe I have enough. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. These might work. Actually, oh, that's really pretty. So we're going to grab those. We're also going to grab some ephemera. So I think I'm going to just grab like pieces like this kind of color scheme. And then 4. And you don't have to keep them the same like I'm doing. You can mix and match the sizing, but I like that. I'm gonna grab these. 1, maybe these 2 boys. 2. I'll go ahead and do that. That one 3. And, oh, maybe I'll grab him. He's a little smaller. And 4. And let's see what else. So I have the florals. I have my like script. Oh, what about some, I think I have some labels here. Oh, these would be cute, these little mini ones. So let's see if I have little circular ones. One, definitely want this red one. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and now I'm going to also grab some fabric. I think I'm going to grab some lace and some fabric. I have those 2 fabrics. I think I have this fabric which has this little like kind of pink. Well, maybe that'll do. I think I kind of like the color scheme of this better than this. This is a little too warm. And since we have this as like a taupe, I think this will look good with it. So we're gonna go with this. And I think these might be dry enough. Nope. I think I should have gone with a wet glue. I think I should have gone with the wet glue. Let's see if any of them are working. No. Okay, so let's pull these and let's try again. I should have gone with this from the get-go because I know this will stick really quick. And if this doesn't work, it's okay. We'll move on to another idea or a different design. I'm gonna give that a minute. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut some strips of this. Let's start with 3. It should be enough, but we'll. Now I wonder if it's my paper that it's the vintage paper doesn't want it to stick. So I'm going to go with plan B because plan A did not work. So I'm just going to cut and allow just some of the numbers there. And we'll come back to that process another day. Sometimes it just happens like that, where it's not what you were hoping for and you just have to move on. And it's okay. So now we're going to start building our clusters. I'm going to glue these edges down. Because this will be the back drop, and then I can build on top of those. With no rhyme or reason. Oh, I am going to cut some of this out. I'm gonna do one more piece. And feel free to use as much or as little fabric as you want. I'm not thinking about this too much, and I'm just laying the pieces together for now. We'll decorate in just a minute. Looks good. So I think we're going to and remember, we're not worried about what we cover up. Oh, I forgot my floral, but I think these ladies need this floral. And then they're gonna get one of these. Okay, I'm gonna see what all I can, if I can staple it all. There we go. Okay, that's our first little cluster. When you work like this is kind of an assembly style, so you can get a lot done in a short amount of time. He might be a little too big. His legs might be falling off. Let's build it and then we'll go back. I think what I don't love this flower, I think the rest of my flowers are kind of purples. So I'm gonna go back in and see if I have something in that color tone or that color family. This one, oops, I just broke it. For mine. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab someone that's a little smaller. I'm gonna grab this girl with the flag. Well, I may have to cheat a little and grab, oh, I did have those white flowers, these. Those might work. And maybe I can layer them, and that way it gives me a fuller flower. Okay. So we're gonna go here, and I think this is the exact same die cut, so it's a little harder to layer. We'll start off like this. I'm gonna pop out her little indents, whatever these little things are. Sometimes they come out easy and sometimes they don't. I don't like that, and it might be enough to just have the one flower for her since she's so thin. And then to offset it, no. kind of feeling this yellow here. So let's see if I can staple. That one done. See how fast these are coming together. This has a little bit more of the lace, so we'll see if it works. I think it's going to work because the flowers are big, or bigger, I should say. And I'm going to scoot these guys a little here. And I may skip, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it on. And then the last thing is going to be this. My next cluster, and then our last cluster aches. Oh, this is perfect because it's got this 1913 here that is in red. And then I have this that's red. I think that goes well together. Trying to hold on to those. And there we go. So now we're going to glue them all down. And I'm going to see if I have any double-sided tape. Which I do not. So we're going to go ahead and just glue them. I'm just going to plop glue on the page. And then stick this down. While this dries, I am going to just take a clip and clip it into place. This one's going to be easier to stick down because it does have this base on it. And I decided to offset this and pull it over to the side a little more just because we have the numbers back here. I think I can just hold that in place like that. There we go. A little more glue. And again, this one will be good because it has that base. I'm going to grab my little blender tool that I have for my distress inks. And without adding anything extra to it, I'm just going to go over it, over the page, just a little bit. So it's not so stark. I don't think, I guess that one's here. And now, I'm going to start with my back one, which is this one. That's awesome. Just going to plop that down. Let's see. Got to look at my Bible verse to make sure that I have it. So I think that is, I cried to the Lord. Yes. If I get these in order, I'm not even going to believe it. Okay, let's see which one's the next one. A or B? Let's see. So, but you, O Lord, is going to be number 1, and number 2 is the other one. So this is, wait. Oh, right here, but it's up there. But you, O Lord. So, I guess this one. Did you guess right? And it's funny, that's not the order I would have put them in. I think I would have put the ladies in the front. Oops, this is not sticking. Let me... Oops, and it pulled right off. Okay, let's try putting another one on. And I have a secret place where I bought these, and you'll never believe it. But if you want to know, leave a comment down below and let me know that you want to know where the eyelets are from, and I will do a video on them. You're going to be surprised. Okay, there we go. And there we go. Let's move these guys. And then we can take a look at our little project. I absolutely adore the way that these came out. I think this is a fun little booklet, and you can do it with anything you want. You can do it with a quote. You can do it with song lyrics. I think that would be a lot of fun, and these would be really fun to give out as gifts. I think that this is a keepsake that anybody would love to have. Do you agree? Well, I wanted to thank you so much for being here today. I just wanted to express my gratitude for all of your comments and your thumbs up and just the encouragement that you guys give. I definitely couldn't keep doing this without that. So I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to give a big old hug and kiss to my Patreons and thank them so much for their support. And if you want to become a Patreon, the information's down below. It's $5 a month and you get exclusive kits. So if you like kits, it's a great deal for you. So I want to tell you today one last thing before you go. You are beautiful, you are worthy, and you are loved beyond measure. I thank you so much for being here, and I will see you soon. Oh, and if you're not already subbed, you know what to do. Go ahead and sub and hit that bell so you get notified anytime a new video comes out. Love you. Bye.